Amount of time you got to spend with the Bears during the pre-draft process, and Flus was just up here talking about how Will Hewitt was even doing some of the Bears stuff with you in some of the training. how far ahead of the game do you already kind of feel coming into rookie minicamp with where you're at with Bear stuff so far?
Yeah, I feel pretty good right now. Obviously the top 30 was huge. The draft, not draft, but combine. It's a little tighter, so they're testing you and trying to figure out who you are and all of that. And so the top 30 was big for me. Gave a bunch of notes, ideas of how the offense is, verbiage, drops, cadence, and all the things that that really matter. Breaking the huddle, getting in the huddle, being able to communicate, and how those things go. And so right now, I feel pretty good. Obviously, you know, we go out here today. I'm gonna have a few, mess ups probably and things like that. Working, to eliminate those as fast as possible. But you need those things to grow and progress throughout the time and years and things like that. So excited, but I feel pretty good right now.
Was that something that you sought out?
What is the biggest thing you want to accomplish over the next couple of days?
For me, I would say I'm still learning everybody's names. um, Diving into the playbook, getting to a point where there's certain things that I can, teach some of the guys that, maybe, it's John Jack or Rome that they're not understanding that I may understand. So being able to teach is always big because it's also another way for you to learn. It also shows you how much that you know. And so I would say those, and then just being around the guys, enjoying the time together, getting on the field, executing, and being even killed throughout the whole thing because I'm gonna make mistakes and I don't really like mistakes and messing up, and I know there's a bunch of guys also that are gonna be in the same position as me. So being in that position and being even killed and being controlled, cool, calm, collected, not only helps me but also all the other guys on the field.
Were you asking for the head start? Were you asking in the pre-draft process for information, for stuff you could get a head start on as far as learning the offense?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to get ahead if you can, and so with those things that they gave me, I would take it to my QB training, and we would use the cadence, we would use the drops, we would use all those things. So that's not something that's on my mind throughout the process of when I actually got here, and so for sure that's something that you always want. And working on the drops, the cadence, and then also the route when you put it all together and training and things like that.
Does it go back to February for you then? Did you start working on this in February? Would it be?
February, trying to figure out what month it is right now. Uh, I wouldn't say February. That's a little early. It sounds a little bit too early to me, but I don't have the exact date or time. But definitely tried to get a head start when we all started getting a little bit more comfortable around each other. It was definitely after top 30, I would say for sure.
Caleb, what have
as
been
you build your relationship, with Shane and you get more familiar with his system, how do you envision him being a catalyst to sort of your early growth as a quarterback?
Yeah, it's huge. Having someone like Shane that's been in different positions with different QBs at different learning stages and things like that. It only helps me, and so him being in the position that he's in, and been in this offense for so long, obviously, is going to help me, and it's a learning process for me. So I have to put in the work, but I also know that I have someone and a support team and staff around me to help me, and keep growing throughout the process.
Matt Eberflus was talking earlier about how the key was just to set a really solid foundation
Yep.
for you and the other rookies, just even when it comes to installing the playbook. In what ways have you felt that?
Yeah. From all the things that we do, even starting this morning, there's a process, there's a plan, and with having those, we don't have to think. We have teamworks, we have all these other things, and even for when we're in the film room and things like that, there's a set plan and how we do it. So adding those things, it adds structure to us, and so the plan makes it a lot easier to be executed when you have all of that in place.
What happened this morning?
Yeah, I mean, from getting here early this morning, getting in the film room, having a coach around you, whatever the case may be, asking questions, things like that, but also them just going through simple installs that we have every single day of these next 3 days, 48 hours. So yeah.